Kanye West, I have concluded, is a habitual line stepper. He just steps over the line a lot. And most people don't know whether to gasp in just complete shock, chuckle at what he has been saying, or just feel pity for him. I don't have any reason to chuckle at him, although some of the stuff that he has been saying is ironic, and we'll get into that. And I absolutely don't find his mental illness funny. But you have to sometimes put out a disclaimer to people who get super sensitive when you say anything about someone who is clearly having some issues, right? Now, I will not call Kanye West crazy. That is not something that I desire to do. And I'm reminded of something that Dave Chappelle said along the lines of, don't call someone crazy because it's dismissive. If you don't understand somebody, you automatically assume that they're crazy. And I don't necessarily think that Kanye West is. I've said this before. I think he's quite calculated, which is why I don't pity him. And I don't necessarily feel the need to pray for him. I think he is quite calculated. Okay. And as I move forward in this video, you're going to understand why I say this. Now, as you know, Kanye West had his presidential rally on Sunday. He started having a tweet fest the day after. And a lot of people were saying, somebody call and check on him. Somebody check on him. Somebody need to help him. Well, none other than Dave Chappelle flew out to Wyoming to do just that. Okay. And I want to go ahead and show that little snippet of Dave Chappelle and a few people showing up to support Kanye West. Take a look at this, y'all.
All right, Dave, can you please just make us smile? The world needs some, we need some joy. Some smile, right? Yeah, we need a smile.
Brotherhood is real. Love is real.
Wait a second, I'm still not smiling, bro. I
was trying to think of a punchline.
We need some kind of joke, something just something to lift our spirits.
Shit, I don't know. I'm still on my first cup of coffee, nigga. All right, let me think of a good joke.
No, Dave, we need you. Don't stop recording, Tony. Keep giving it up. We need you, brother. We need you. But nah, get this picture. Come over here. Get this picture. We need you. Just give us one thing to lift our spirits, Dave, please.
Uplifting joke. Now, you know I don't write them.
Okay. What we gonna do then? That was good right there.
That was it.
That was laugh. Because the people always be having these pictures and they do a fake smile on Virginia. Oh, right on. All right, let's do the picture. I love it. Thanks for coming out checking on me, bro.
Anytime, bro.
Thanks for checking on me. Jerome,
I love you.
Checking on me. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna send you Yasin's number right now and Uli's number.
All right, great job.
Yes, sir. Much love, bro.
So, I guess for Dave Chappelle walked the talk, right? People always say that they're there for you and they'll be there for you and we need to help somebody, but he actually got on a jet and he flew to Wyoming and did that. Now, let me be clear. Dave Chappelle has the means to be able to just get up and go when needed. And he did that. And people noticed that it was Dave Chappelle as well as some other black men who showed up for Kanye West in that moment. But people were also making note of the fact that his wife was not present. Now, prior to this, as you may remember, reports came out that Kim was upset with him because of some of the stuff that he shared at that campaign rally, in which he basically said that he did not want North. He wanted Kim to have an abortion, right? And sharing that, I'm sure she was upset that he shared that very, very personal information. And she made it felt like, why would you put that out there to the public? And our daughter is going to eventually hear this one day, right? Now, a lot of people were saying that, or they were kind of calling out the family saying, well, you guys aren't helping him. You see, he's going through something and you're not helping him. Again, I kind of stand on the fact that I'm not saying that he's not having a manic episode. Okay. But what I am saying and what I've tried to say is that even in that, Kanye is lucid and he's aware, more aware than people want to give him credit for, which is why I don't want to call him crazy. That is dismissive, right? And so last night I saw TMZ posting this and I said, what the hell is going on? It says, Kanye West claims trying to divorce Kim, calls Chris Jong-un. And listen, I hollered when I saw the Chris Jong-un. Now, please understand, it's a difference between laughing at some of the stuff that he's saying and laughing at him and his condition, right? Or said condition. He says the future president, Chris and Kim put out a statement without my approval. That's not what a wife should do. White supremacy. Lord, he called him white supremacist, y'all. Meek is my man and was respectful. That's my dog. Kim was out of line. I'm worth $5 billion and more than that through Christ. But y'all ain't listened to MJ and now y'all believe them. So, as you can see, he calling, they really are the KKK according to Kanye West, right? He was on a roll last night. He was absolutely on the roll. He said, they tried to fly me in with two doctors to 5150 me. I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek at the Waldorf for prison reform. I got 200 more to go. This my lady tweet of the night. Chris Jong-un, Lil Baby, my favorite rapper, but won't do a song with me. And then he said, we can handle this like gentlemen. And I'll read that last tweet when it comes up a little later. But he was just saying a lot of stuff, right? And like I said, just because he's manic doesn't mean he's not lucid. Please remember that. Please remember that doesn't mean that. But the prison reform thing took me out, and he put it in quotes. Okay, that's what that was. Prison reform. He said, should I name more? Drake, in Jesus' name, no more cap. So I feel like he was alluding to the fact that Kim had been with these particular people. That's what I got out of what he was attempting to say. About his wife, y'all. About his wife. That's something else. But he wasn't done. He kept going and he was just like tweeting a mile a minute in that moment. It was a lot. It was absolutely a lot. Like, we kind of heard about the whole Drake thing, which is why I think him and Drake had some issues in the past and everything like that. But yeah, and then he said, Larsa, come and get me. MJ told me about Tommy before they killed him. Kim saved my daughter's life in the name of Jesus. It's God's choice only. I will live for my children, Chris. I'm in Cody if you're not planning another one of your children's Playboy shoots. White supremacy at its highest, no cap. Listen, I don't give a damn what y'all say. That shit was hilarious to me. Not because we see this man in a manic episode. No, that is not why this is funny. It's funny to me because sometimes people are far more clear and tell the truth when they are having, a moment, right? Like they always say, I'm not trying to equate the two, but when they say a drunk man tells no tales, well, clearly maybe a person going through a manic episode maybe tells no tales either. This is what a 5150 is, in case people are wondering. It's the number of the section that allows, it's an involuntary detained for 72-hour psychiatric hospitalization. A person on a 5150 can be held in a psychiatric hospital against their will for up to 72 hours. So this is what Kim was trying to do with Kanye, okay? He said, because a lot of people were coming at the family and basically saying that they weren't helping him, and where is his family? Why aren't they showing up? I listen, I ain't no Kim Kardashian fan. I can't stand that family. But I honestly do believe she was attempting to help him and to get him help. And he resisted. Okay? He is resisting. And for what it's worth, listen, I'm still at my core convinced that at the end of the day, at his core, Kanye West is still a Kardashian. Okay? Kanye West has an album coming out, I believe, Friday. And I feel like I've seen this before. Not to this extent of him calling out his wife. But I feel like we've seen this before when he has a project coming out. Maybe it's his anxiety of he has something happening and it triggers an episode in him. But again, we should not dismiss people who are going through an episode of such and dismiss them as crazy. It is truly insulting and offensive. It doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he's saying. And if you pay attention, he might be telling y'all some shit. Because Hollywood is a very weird place, okay? And it seems to me that he has been up under the spell of Hollywood because he wanted to be a part of that. He is a part of that. He has wanted to be a part of that. Which is why I don't have much pity on Kanye West. And forgive me if you guys don't understand that. I just don't have much pity for Kanye West. Kanye West wanted to be in this family. Okay? He got what he wanted. And more than some. Now, he and Kim have some beautiful children. They have 4 children together. And, you know, that's a beautiful thing. Okay? But when I tell you this is what he signed up for, I have no sympathy for him. When I hear people say, well, you know, those women just suck the life out of black men. Well, those black men wanted the life to be sucked out of them. They made the decision. Do you recall way back when Kim and Kanye first got together, how he used to just kind of brag about, like, you know, or try to just seem like everybody was jealous that he was with Kim Kardashian and people were just jealous of him. You remember he was with Alexis Pfeiffer. She was a black fashion designer. And then his next high profile relationship was Amber Rose. And I distinctly recall him doing some kind of interview along the lines of saying something like, when he got with Kim after Amber, Kim made him take 30 showers before he could be with her. And I remember how disgusting that was for him to say publicly, to pretty much disparage Amber Rose, whom he loved, by the way, right? We didn't know who Amber Rose was. We didn't know we had no idea he brought her to the forefront. And then to disparage her and to disrespect her like that, as if she was just nothing. And in order for Kim to be with him, he had to take 30 showers. That was just so disrespectful. And remember, we talking about Kim Kardashian, who has a long line of people that she been with. And so I look at all of that. I look at the totality of that, and I say to myself, well, this is what he signed up for. He signed up for this. He wanted to be with her, right? When people, I'm sure, was whispering in his ear about, hey, this ain't it. This ain't the one. He wanted to be a part of that. He wanted to be a part of that family. He wanted the exotic. Well, damn it, he got her. He got what he wanted. And now he is sitting here basically saying that Kim Kardashian has slept or allegedly messed with Meek, allegedly with Drake. We've heard the rumors, right? I ain't heard about the Meek thing, though. But when he put prison reform in quotation marks, he's like met at the Waldorf for prison reform. I guess that's what they calling it these days. I'm just like, I know he did not call his wife out like that. So needless to say, that relationship is donezo. I don't necessarily see them coming back from this. And trust me when I tell you, the Kardashians are already, the producers are already writing the script for next season's episodes and stuff like that. This is a gold mine for them. You remember for the longest time, people kept saying, the Kardashians need to be canceled. What else is there? What else do they need to do? We didn't saw Kim and Kourtney fight each other and stuff like that. They just coming up with shit to do. Well, this is a gold mine. They have literally just hit pay dirt. They have hit pay dirt with what's going on with Kanye. And trust me when I tell you that this family is going to exploit the hell out of this. Kris is going to exploit the hell out of this. Yeah, that's what's going on. That is absolutely what is going on. Okay, but Kanye, this is what he wanted though, y'all. Which is why I just like, come on now. I'm not gonna sit here and put my pity into Kanye West. This is what he wanted. And at the same time, I just have a healthy dose of skepticism when it comes to this family. Who's to say that this isn't publicity? It's hard to trust a lot of these people in the industry because they do a lot of crazy shit. And I'm using crazy a little differently, okay? They do a lot of crazy shit to stay in the headlines. The Kardashians have TMZ in their pocket. So when I saw that headline, I'm like, listen, that probably didn't go out without Kris's approval. Kris is probably sitting there approving what they even said. Do you think that she didn't, even though I'm sure it was insulting, but do you think she don't mind a little publicity? I mean, hell, Kanye West called his wife and Kris Jenner white supremacists, y'all. I don't know if he can come back from that. And so I've been saying this for the last several videos. I said, listen, Kim is building a case against Kanye. She has been building a case against Kanye West. Isn't like California like one of those community property type of states? And he's sitting here talking about he worth $5 billion through Christ. Okay, Kanye. Well, you're going to have to give about $2.5 billion of that through Christ, okay? Because she building a case against you. And ain't a judge on this planet going to deny Kim full custody of those kids. And probably give you, if you lucky, supervised visitation. The way he's out here ranting. Okay? So like I said, just because Kanye is ranting does not mean he doesn't know what he's saying. Even when he said the stuff about Harriet Tubman and all this other stuff. Inarticulate, yes. And I didn't like anything what he said. I thought it was disrespectful. But that doesn't mean he didn't mean what he said. See, there's a difference here. There's a difference. I absolutely do believe he means what he says. When he met with Trump and he was like calling Trump like his dad, he means what he says. People just don't necessarily like it or agree with it. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't mean it. Okay? And this manic episode just has him moving a mile a minute, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't mean what he is saying. He probably telling the truth more than not when he is calling out Kim and saying what Kim did and what Kris has been doing. He's been sitting on that for a minute. He clearly has always had an issue with Kris and how she's been so quote unquote pimping out her children. He's had an issue for a minute and has been sitting quietly on that. But now that, the bull's out the pen, he's running loose. He's saying it. He has been saying it. Sometimes people, like I said, they get caught up in this Hollywood life. And he just probably decided that that's it. But again, I don't feel no ways about it. I don't feel sorry for him because he chose it. He chose this. He chose to get with Kim when she was still married to Kris Humphries. She was pregnant with Kanye's baby, and she was not even divorced from Kris Humphries at the time. Just imagine a scandal like that with a black woman and how she would have just got killed for it. But no, her and Kanye was able to walk the red carpet with her big old pregnant belly. Remember when she was dressed like she was like a Medea with that flower stuff on? People loved them. They loved the power couple. They thought it was the cutest little thing. He had his dream girl. Well, there you have it. This is what you wanted, and this is what you got, Kanye. So again, don't feel bad about it, okay? Don't feel bad about it. No ways, okay? And I'm still looking to see how the next couple of days play out, because I told you he has an album dropping supposedly Friday. And I think that this is a part of it, y'all. So anyway, what do you guys think about this latest shit? Okay, him calling Chris a white supremacist. He out here calling them the real KKK, y'all. Okay? Anyway, do me a favor. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.